He's a tactical genius, he's the one to see on VP4TV. He's wild and he's free. Eyeball top number here to you and me. With his cunning moves, he's rocking aimlessly. Tables and cues, they bend to his will. Every shot he takes gives everyone a thrill. With a glance and aim, he works to the skill. In the ball, lights from the chill. Tables and cues, they bend to his will. Every shot he takes gives everyone a thrill. With a glance and aim, he works to the skill. In the ball, lights from the chill. Tactical genius with every play, making magic happen every single day. In the world of billiards, he knows the way, taking every shot with prayers we say. Rack him up, he steps to the ground. Crowds gather round without a sound. With a twisted stroke, his fame is profound. Every victory makes our hearts pound. From the corner bank to the perfect cut, he wins the game without a single strut. Chalk it up, just a fortune or luck, but skill like his, it never gets stuck. On VP4TV, he's the showstopper. 9ball.com's the king, no one can top her. Watch him play and you'll be a hopper. Hugh's the man, we all shout proper. Tactical genius with every play, making magic happen every single day. In the world of billiards, he knows the way, taking every shot with prayers we say. Rack him up, he steps to the ground. Crowds gather round without a sound. With a twisted stroke, his fame is profound. Every victory makes our hearts pound. Rack him up, he steps to the ground. Crowds gather round without a sound. With a twisted stroke, his fame is profound. Every victory makes our hearts pound. Rack him up, he steps to the ground. Crowds gather round without a sound. With a twisted stroke, his fame is profound. Every victory makes our hearts pound. To the perfect cup, he wins the game without a single strut. Chalk it up, just a fortune or luck, but skill like his, it never gets stuck. On VP4TV, he's the showstopper. 9ball.com's the king, no one can top her. Watch him play and you'll be a hopper. Hugh's the man, we all shout proper.
ATG from Kilmarnock town, got your hustle down. Streams the pool games live, makes our day come alive. Early mornings on your grind, Tesco shift unwind, but you find the time to play, stream the virtual day. OTG tactical genius, every game you bring us with your skill and your flair. We're glad you're always there. Virtual cue in your hand.
And that's a sucker scratch. Look at the line. Commentator's eye. Don't say I didn't warn you.
OTG tactical genius. Every game you bring us with your skill and your flair. We're glad you're always there. A virtual cue in your hand. Amazing shots you land. From your home to our screens, living out our pool dreams. Early riser, work all done. Streams the games just for fun. We'll cheer for you every match. TG, you've got the magic touch. OTG tactical genius. Every game you bring us with your skill and your flair. We're glad you're always there. OTG tactical genius. Every game you bring us with your skill and your flair. We're glad you're always there.
That's for the 101. Absolutely sensational once again.
Virtual cue in your hand. Amazing shots you land, from your home to our screens, living out our pool dreams. Early riser, work all done, streets of games just for fun. We'll cheer for you every match. TG, you've got the magic touch. Oh, TG, tactical genius. Every game you bring us with your skill and your flair. We're glad you're always there.
That was fantastic.
No bar, no pinball machines, no bowling alleys, just pool. Nothing else.
Where's the cue ball going?
Oh dear, outside, never mind.
Your assignment tonight is strategic. You can't give the enemy a break. Send them to hell.
Right, good evening, folks. Welcome back to VP4TV. We've got a big match tonight. We have two players out of the four contending to get to the hot seat match. We've got Matt MC_Clarkey trying to win his first virtual pool championship, as far as I can remember. And of course, the current high run leader with a 1-3-4 in this year's tournament. And he's up against the current champion, multiple champion, Cobra. And they go at it in about 5 minutes' time. We also have, and I've just checked the schedule has been updated. The other match in the top half of the draw between Albinario and Acero, they have set a time for their match. And in fact, the only thing is it clashes on Monday with Larry's one-loss side match with Spectre Dawn. So we have Matt and Cobra tonight. And then on Monday evening at 7 o'clock, we have the match with Albinario and Acero. And then at, now that match with Albinario and Acero could all be over in 90 minutes because, you know, if they get the scoring going good, it could all be over in 90 minutes. It's just, you know, it's hard to judge. But in 90 minutes' time, after their match starts, we have the one-loss side match with Larry and Spectre Dawn, and that goes at 8:30 on Monday evening. So I don't know whether Slim's going to be in the 9-ball doubles, because the 9-ball doubles, the time for that tournament hasn't been changed back because the clocks went forward, remember. So that tournament, if it does go ahead on Monday, that'll be, you know, overlapping into the start of the match with Larry and Spectre Dawn. But anyway, that's where we stand. So we've got 3 very big matches scheduled, this one tonight being the first one. Welcome to Tyler, and welcome to everybody else that's joined us. Let me have a quick tab, because I'm beginning to get the impression that that Steve is lying low here. He's staying well out of it after that update debacle that we had. And as far as I'm aware, Hazard still cannot get into a room. He can get into the lobby, but he cannot get into a room. It won't let him. And Steve is nowhere to be seen. So I'm going to be shutting down Discord right now. And if he does appear, then we'll boot it up. Let me just try and get back into the game. And a word of warning as well, in case you didn't hear. I was about to go to bed last night. It was coming up midnight. Larry sent me a message. His match was about to start with Wanwa, which was a surprise. I'm surprised it went ahead. And to cut a long story short on that one, I got all of the match up until the last rack, where Larry was trying to get over the finish line, and the PC locked up and died. And so I went to bed. So I never caught the end of the match, but it is on the playlist on the channel if you want to watch most of the match. But anyway, Larry comfortably won it, let's be honest, as expected. So that's how Larry now ends up playing Spectre Dawn. So that's going to be more of a challenge for both of them with that one coming up. Welcome to Ross. And we will get ready to get in this room. What's the time? Well, we're about a minute and a half away from the room going up. And this is anybody's call because, you know, Matt said he was doing well in practice. Cobra's going to be feeling the pinch. And being a champion, he'll want to put Matt in his place. So let's see if he can do it. Or let's see if the young upstart can put the old man to the sword. But it should be a good one. Did you record the match with MC's high run? No, I didn't. I imagine I did, but in actual fact, it wasn't me. It was actually Slim. But that won't be on his channel now because that was a couple of weeks ago, and they don't save the videos on Twitch longer than 14 days, so it'll be gone. I actually imagined I had recorded it. I've been doing that much streaming. I thought I'd streamed it, but I didn't. But I think I got the second high run. I got Cobra's high run. I think the room's up. Nobody's in it yet, but I'm getting in it. So we'll have the lag for the break. The winner will put the opponent into break off. So hopefully I'm coming through loud and clear now. Bear in mind, I'll say that again. Bear in mind, guys, if you lose the stream and the stream dies, it's because my PC has died and I will have to reset a stream. So you'd need to then come out of YouTube and come back into YouTube and go to my channel again. You can't just sit there looking at the dead stream. It won't work again. So be aware of that. I'm just giving you prior notice. Bear in mind what happened at 1 o'clock this morning. Now, that's not a greatest of lags on the left side. In fact, the other one on the right's just got there. I think Matt's won it. So Matt's going to put Cobra in. Race to 200, remember. This round 4 match. And let's see if Cobra's trying to nip into the back of the stack, which he is. And that looks... Well, he hasn't got a ball to enough balls to a rail, but he's left a ball on. So straight away, Matt is in. Of course, today's the start of the Masters Golf. I was looking at the preview of it earlier on. The on-course guy for Sky was talking about it. The fairways drying out and the greens going blisteringly fast. Well, that's usually what the Masters is all about. So I'll maybe get to see some of that after this. Tam's calling it 200 to 176. You're welcome to Tam. In fact, you could actually call it either way because both of them are well capable. But Matt's got first shout at the moment and he'll do some damage here. Well, in the last... Well, I haven't actually been fit enough to play any cowboy anyway because my eye's been playing up. It's getting better, but that's about the last 3 weeks where I've had my days off. I've came online, no game of cowboy. I haven't played cowboy doubles for God knows how long, and I blame Vince's and I blame Liquid for it because since they've got involved, it's been bloody 9-ball doubles at 6 o'clock in the morning, which is a load of crap. I expect to come on and get a game of doubles, and most of the time all they're playing is 9-ball or 8-ball, anything but cowboy. As was this week as well. I come on after I had my breakfast and they were playing cowboy, but then it was too late anyway, because that was him quitting for the night. Anyway, I've had my moan, but like I said, no sign of Steve, and I'm getting the impression he is keeping well out of it. He wasn't there last night, and he's not here tonight. I think he doesn't want to get his ears burned with this update, because I was about to burn his ears because Hazard cannot get his game to work. Well, it's actually working better than what it was because he was getting that error message when it crashed to desktop about this Steam file, and he doesn't even have Steam. So I got him to download the online again because he doesn't have the full game. He just has the online, and that got rid of that error. But now he gets into the lobby, but he can't get into a room. So I can't work that out. That's got me baffled, that one. And he said he's done a clean install. I don't necessarily 100% believe that, but he shouldn't be getting this issue in the lobby. It's as if it's not downloading the table or the room files and things like that, which is what normally happens on online. Anyway, match run is over. It was only 9, and Cobra, of course, on a minus. No, Vince says hasn't been on the last. He wasn't on this morning, or he wasn't on yesterday either. So he's staying out the way as well now, because I blame him for it. Ever since Casino Jim's left the building, Cowboys died. It was always a regular thing when I come on my day off. Always guaranteed to get a game of Cowboy. Now it's a toss of a coin whether there's A, going to be enough people there to play it, and B, that they're not bloody playing 9-ball. Who was having problems getting in? Well, Hazard is having problems. He was having problems getting into the room. Romario says, tell him to download C++ and DirectX. Why do you think that's going to make a difference? Would that not be something that should be well taken care of when you install the game? It did. Well, what was your problem, Romario? Describe your symptoms. What was you getting? Was the problem the same as what Azad was getting? Right, crashing on the startup. And was you getting that Windows message about this Steam file, a DLL file, and telling you to maybe a reinstall or fix it kind of bullshit type thing? Because that's what I was getting at one point. Yeah, it probably was. You were probably getting that grey box pop-up when it crashed the desktop. Like I say, it's the worst update that Steve's ever done. And again, I blame him. He jinxed himself because he said he was expecting there to be problems. And of course, it ended up problems for quite a lot of people. And like I said last night or early this morning, I'm willing to bet there's lots of people still get problems, but they're not in communication. There's no messages coming to me. I don't know how many messages are going to support. You know, sometimes I get a message from someone through the, through the online thing on VP4. Somebody will send me a message saying, I can't get this to do this and whatever. I haven't had anything, but I'm thinking there's probably still a few people not getting things to work right. Right, so Cobra is now up and running, although he's not sitting too pretty here. Does that 7-ball go? Yes, it does. And by the way, I think I've solved my mouse problem. You know what it was? I think it was, I started messing about in the advanced settings, and I think the advanced settings had all defaulted, like the fit time and all of that stuff. And I messed with them and reset them, and I think the mouse thing is fixed that way. I think it defaulted everything. You end up having to reset your sensitivity in the mouse when you do a full reinstall of the game, because the game is like brand new. And the only thing I hadn't messed with was my advanced settings, because when you install the game for the first time again, it comes up with this bloody auto set for your mouse crap, which I totally ignored. but I forgot to go in and adjust the advanced setting. But I've done it. I haven't really tested it a great deal, but it does feel as if it's back to normal now. Well, I use I've tried using the old VP4 legacy method, but I find that as much as I don't shoot anywhere near as good as I used to, it makes me a lot worse. So I stick with I keep going back to pivot English. I can read the pivot English a lot easier than I can with the legacy setting for VP. I keep I don't keep what's the word, readjusting for the spin and stuff like that. I find it easier to do that on the pivot English setting. Right, well, looking at the table from this end, we've got 2 break balls in place, the 2 ball and the 1 ball. And we've also got a ball in the rail that would allow Cobra to get to that 2 ball for his break shot. I presume this German potting machine guy, I mean, if he is German, which, you know, the clue's in the name, but if he is German, I've yet to meet a German who doesn't speak good English. Why is he not in the bloody stream instead of jumping into the room? In fact, now he's left the room, I've just realised. Right, well, it's looking like he's committed to the 1 ball. See, the only concern you have with the 1 ball is that he's not really got an adjacent ball to get really guaranteed good in the 1 ball. So he could be going for the back of the pack. It's hard to work out yet. I don't know whether he's 100% made his mind up. Well, obviously is going to be the 1 ball. He needs to get an angle in this 11. Is that the 11 ball that's in the rail? Well, I thought he would leave that to come out into the table to get the 1, so that's got me even more puzzled. Well, it's going to be vital that he gets good on this 9 ball. Well, he doesn't want to be hampered by the 1 ball, though. Well, that's good enough, so he'll be able to go straight down to the short rail and back up by the look of it. Got to get high enough, though, to create that angle, unless he's going to go around the corner. Well, this is test 8. Well, it keeps getting lighter and lighter until like the end of June, and then it starts getting darker again. I mean, when I'm driving up the motorway at just after 5 a.m, it's now, by the time I get to Glasgow, there's just signs of daylight coming over from the east, till eventually I'll be driving up in daylight at 5 o'clock in the morning. Right, so he's got the break, he's got a ball, but he's got a big, big cluster and not many opportunities to get into them. And, well, I think he was trying to hold the line there to leave that shot, and that's caused him to miss the pot. So, Cobra, trying to build up a lead, has failed. And Matt will be running forward in this, I would assume. Well, he's got the 13. Thing is that the 4 ball is a blocker, so I would assume he's going to get around the other side, but he might end up playing something up the table here. he could end up blocking himself if he wants to try and get rid of that 4. Well, that's probably why he's staying down there. And again, if he's going to take the 4, he's got this as a bailout for a start. But he has to work out a way, whether it be this 5 ball, and leave himself a decent enough angle on it so he can get a bump. I can't see the pockets with that overhead view. The chat virtually covers what? No, it doesn't. I've got the chat placed specifically so it doesn't cover the pockets when I'm on this view. Right, see if you get any complaints. Contact support. Well, if you're in a 55-inch screen, the pockets will look like bloody buckets. I'll tell you what we'll do just to annoy you even more as well. I'll go down to the business end of the table because there's no more balls in this bottom half of the table. So this is where things are happening. We've got a break ball in place. We've got 2 in place. But he has to get rid of the 2 in the short rail at the top. Well, he's fortunate there. I think he almost blocked himself off. It's tight. I think he's okay. He should be all right to get rid of that where he is now. Now he's looking around and looking around. Does he not like it or what? Well, this is strange. No, he's now definitely on it. Maybe he didn't think he could get to it. Well, he's definitely keeping the 7. Well, he's got to play the combo then. And this isn't, this isn't dead set. Well, I don't know what Matt's had for dinner tonight, but it's messing about with his pattern, as far as I can see. I mean, the last 2 shots, I'm sure he was on the 9. Well, he's making life hard for himself here. In this angle here, he got to be careful he doesn't block himself off in that penultimate ball. Because the line the cue ball wants to block himself off here. So he's going to have to hit this. He's going to have to hit it to get it running so he can open up the shot. Well, he's got a little bit of an angle, but not an awful lot. You didn't think the 9 went? I thought the 9 went every day of the week. But anyway, he's got there. He's got there. Right, there's that top view just to annoy you as well. Oh, cue ball.
Where's the cue ball going?
Cue ball get bumped. Well, now he's got a bit more of a tester. He'll probably take the 11 because he knows he's got a bailout ball, that 14 in the right rail. If he took the 15, there's no telling where he could really end up taking the 15. And if he's okay up this end, he's got 1 at the back of the pack, or, well, 2 that he's actually on. Now, is he going to do anything crazy here? Well, I think the line that he had there, I don't see if that cue ball had gone there, that would be perfect to just bump them open. He's just gone too straight on this, I think. Now, has he spotted anything? There's certainly nothing in the cluster that goes anywhere as far as I can see. Well, if you get rid of the 9, the 8 ball goes up the table. But the next couple of shots are going to be critical here in order to progress this table, because it's not looking good at the moment, and he's done the acrobatics here, trying to get a bump, and now he's almost dead in the water. He's going to be well hampered, I think, trying to cut that 15 ball. He can't get to the 8 ball. There's nothing set there, so he's going to have to bite the bullet and try this cut in the 15, but the only other ball he's going to get after that is the 14. Yeah, well, I think he'll be running for cover here because he's not going to get anything else after this. I mean, he could get really crazy and try and cut that 2 in, but I don't know whether he can get enough of it. It doesn't look like it. I think the 10's impeding it. Well, he's calling the safety, so he might be bunting this ball around the table. No, he's played the pot. Of course, with that being called a safety, that ball comes back up into the stack. Now, has it actually left a cut on for Cobra? Well, believe it or not, it has. Is Cobra going to take the bait? Is Cobra going to take the bait on that to cut that 14? Because I think the only ball he's going to hit is the 8. If he done that, I don't think Cobra's that crazy. I think he's, well, maybe he is. He's going to call my bluff here, is he? Yeah, he took the bait, and he's going to pay the price, maybe. He's certainly left the ball on, and he's done all the damage that Matt wants done. Well, I don't think that was, I mean, it was aggressive from Cobra, but, you know, there's a price to pay when you don't get that ball in the hole, and this might be the price to pay. And Matt's already got a little lead, and he could certainly have a lot more of a lead if he can get his act together. It needs to keep running. I'm assuming he was playing for the 2 ball. Or maybe not. Maybe he was playing for the 3. I mean, there's no desperation to play the 3 now because, you know, he could get to the 1 and get rid of the 3. But the 1, of course, is his best bet for a break shot along with that 12. But that 12's right on the corner of the rack. Probably the 1 ball will be it. And then as a last resort, he's still got that 6 ball up in the top, shot rail up top. Well, I think most of us would agree that, you know, one of these guys is going to, you know, not one in at some point, you know, is going to make a score on one of these visits. It won't be fits and starts for all of this match. Cobra just got his fingers crossed that it's going to be him. So it's going to be from the back of the pack. And again, keep saying it, it's not the best place always to break from, because you cannot get into the middle of that rack. You've got to hit those 2 corner balls if you can. And he has done, but look at where the cue ball's
cue ball going?
Disaster. There you go. Wow. Well, Cobra, his prayers have been answered early on here. And like I say, there's always a risk well, there's always a risk on all the break shots, but how it comes off the back of that rack, that wall of balls, and starts bouncing off rails. It was only ever headed in one direction that time. So Cobra's got a chance to redeem himself here, get himself into this match in terms of getting rid of the deficit. That's the first target. And they've opened up fairly well here, but again, you've got a whole bunch of blockers here that need to be picked through. And he can get rid of one blocker right now with a little nudge in the 4. That will deal with that. You've also then got to have a quick look at where the break ball might be, and there it is. There's a 6 ball. It looks like the nominated one right now. It would be handy. Good evening, good afternoon. Welcome to, is that Preacher again? Have I remembered it right this time? Good afternoon, good evening, and welcome. Well, 6 ball is the one to avoid at present. Now, not exactly sure what he was playing for there, because he's on none of them. He's on none of those 3 balls there. The only one he is on is his 6 ball. And he could bail out on the 8. He could play the cut into the side on the 10. So this isn't part of the plan. And now all of a sudden he's looking at the 6 ball, which again has got me puzzled, because, you know, if you get rid of these in the right order, you can leave your 6 ball on. Now, where's the break shot coming from? I mean, again, it could be Cobra's turn from a break at the back of the rack. So, strange that he went straight for the 6 ball there. That's a bit I don't understand. He could have easily cut that 10 and run around the corner. Well, we assume that he knows what he's doing. Because then again, I thought the 4 ball might be the break ball from the back of the rack, but he's got himself on it now. Right, let me have a quick look. Yeah, those balls are all in the rack, so they're no good to man their beast. Well, guys, your guess is as good as mine as to what the hell Cobra's up to here, because I've got no idea. He could be using one of those 2 balls, the 9 or the 14, to get to this ball at the back of the rack. But now having said that sentence, he's now getting rid of the ball at the back of the rack. At least it looks like it. It's almost as if Cobra's sort of lost his way in this rack. That one shot that he had where he came around and got over this side and sort of blocked himself off, and the 6 ball was there. That's the one that's done him. From there, it's all went downhill. So my assumption now has to be that he's using one of those balls there to get to this ball for a break shot. And now again, he's either ran too far or he's getting rid of one into the side. I've no idea what's going on. And I'm hedging my bets as to whether Cobra really does as well, because he's sort of all over the place in this rack. Basically just trying to stay at the table. And still trying to get rid of that. He's overcut that. He's overcut the 14. So a less than impressive run there from Cobra. It's only 11 and he's still in deficit. And somehow there was an inevitability about that. Just coming to a conclusion all too soon, that visit. So Matt's now got... And of course, the other thing is the brake ball's in place. That's the other thing that has happened with that missed shot. The brake ball's now sitting perfect there for Matt. Although, look at the angle he's left himself in the two. So this is going to cover some country, this cue ball here. Well, he could play the 10 ball and use the 2 ball as a cut and run the cue ball 2 rails into the rack, but then there's a lot of ground you've got to cover to do that as well. Anyone know what the next World Championship tournament for VP4? I'll say that again, VP4. Nobody knows, only Steve. He's probably open to suggestions. I think if you check when there's another mistake there from Matt, he's missed the break shot. It might be cribbage. That'd be one I would suggest, because I don't think we've had a cribbage one for a couple of years. I think cribbage would be a favourite. And it can't be far off for the 9-ball World Championship either. That can't be far off. Right, so an inauspicious start to this match from both players. They can't really get themselves going. And... but like I said, you know, sooner or later, one of them is going to hit the ground running at some point, you'd expect. I think it must be a couple of years since we've had cribbage. What the hell's my camera doing there? I never touched that. Suddenly the camera's gone all round the corner. I was nowhere near the buttons. Well, there's a bit of a mess in the middle of the table. And we've got these balls on the short rail at the back. One bailout ball down table this end as we look, the 15 ball. So I think we need to go up and have a quick look. Well, he's played some nudges here. He's got an 8 ball that would work as a break shot. And he's just made things a wee bit fiddly with this line of the 1 ball. As you know, it's effectively a blocker, and getting to that ball clean, it just means you've got to be good with the cue ball to make sure you can get rid of that 15. It shouldn't be a major issue, but you just don't want another ball impeding and forcing you having to get pretty good on that 15. Well, he's on it right now if he wants it. But he could, again, be intending to leave one of them to get to that 8 ball. So, Cobra's ever so slowly edging closer to Matt. And I was going to say that there was a strong chance that the high run for the tournament could be exceeded tonight, but I'm definitely having second thoughts on that. I mean, there's still a chance. Race to 200. Well, again, Cobra's on that 15 ball to get rid of it. And again, he's now getting rid of what I thought might be the break ball. Well, now it could be the 3 ball to get to the ball at the back of the rack again. And has he blocked himself off? No, the 1 ball does squeeze past the 15. You see, that's what I'm talking about. You know, he's just got that. So once again, the prospective break ball that I thought might work it's gone, and he's got slightly the wrong angle in this 3 ball. The cue ball just wants to go towards the rack here, and he might be going forward and checking this up a bit, I think. No, he's not. He's trying to stop it getting away. Well, that'll work. So once again, anything but the middle of the pack. And he's went right into the middle, and that's how the ball sort of stayed there. But a ball has come out, and he's good to go. Oh, he's right through the gap. Well, maybe that was his intention, but he's certainly right through the gap, and he's got plenty of shots to choose from. Maybe he was trying to bump that 13 and that 4, but again, you know, you can get rid of the 13 from this side, but the problem is you've got nothing to help you get to that 13. I think that was maybe his intention, to get a little nudge on either of them just to open it up. Was that the last time? The last time we did cribbage 3 years ago, nearly. Told you it's a while since we've done cribbage. So I reckon that should be that's one I would nominate for the next tournament, cribbage, because that helps us illiterate people learn to count again. You need to go up this end of the table to see what's going on here. Right, well, you can cut the 15, you can cut the 9 into the side. Would you believe it, he's blocked himself off in any of them up the table there. And he almost overcut that 9 again. Well, at least he's got a shot, but again, I'm just getting the feeling that this rack doesn't look as if it's going to get to a conclusion, because this is a proper mess here. And he has only got one more real option to get up there and do some damage. I think he's overhit that. He might have been trying. I'm not sure whether he was trying to get into a tight gap there, maybe to play the 5. I have no idea, but he's still got a shot in the 15, and he might be going forward to the rail to try and get a split. Oh, I think he can maybe get through the gap there to get that 13 out of the way. I think that's a very strong possibility. He could play that, and the cue ball would come out for the 4. Well, he's played the bump for the back, but he's created more problems. Now he can't get the 14 into the side either. So, well, he might have a combo. Let's have a quick look at that. Well, he's got a combo that's not difficult to make, and he's also got the 4 ball on. So, you know, it's a lot less of a disaster than it first looked there. So, he should be okay. But then again, having mentioned that, the 2 balls in the rack, the 4 ball would be a good enough break ball, and you get these 2 balls blocking one another. So he's got a dilemma again here, Cobra. But what he has got is he's got the lead. Romario said, cribbage is easier if you just remember the colours, blue, orange, yellow, green and all that. Right, well, that explains it in a nutshell. I tend to look at numbers and add them up to 15. That's what I tend to do. And it doesn't help if you're partially colourblind either, so that theory wouldn't help quite a few people. Wouldn't help Peter Ebden. It wouldn't help Mark Williams. I prefer to look at the numbers. You got a dodgy keyboard just like me. Right, so where have we got to here in this rack? Well, we've got a corner ball. We've got the 2 ball that's in the rack. Well, this is definitely going to do some damage. This is certainly the highest run of the match so far. Oh, I think he's unlucky here. I think if he pots the 2, he's scratching for a start. The other thing is, I think he's blocked off. Yeah. Oh dear. It's all of a sudden get very ugly. Yeah, he can't pot the 2. He's got a dodgy cut down the rail, and that is it. Like it or lump it, that is all you're getting here. Well, that just at least keeps him at the table. Now, this time the 1 does go. Or if he goes far enough, he's obviously on the 9. Look at that line of balls in that stack there. Well, he's actually... Now I've got the hiccups. He's actually ended up a bit too straight in this 9. He would have preferred to have been there, because then he could have, given it the hammer. He's got an angle, but I don't know whether he's got enough to do an awful lot of damage. Well, that certainly opened up and given him a shot, but this is a shot here. I think he's... To be really sure, he'd have to get rid of that 15, and if at any time he gets good in the 6 high up, he could break them up that way. He might be trying something off this 8, but again, he's too straight. Well, that last rack didn't look like it was going to complete, but, Cobra worked hard at it. Eventually found a way out. Oh, again. Well, he's off the 5. He's okay. Now, all of these balls now go. So, there's no bumping and banging needed here. They all go as long as he can get to this side, which he can do. He's got a ball that would allow him to come down. Good evening, Jose. Now, he could cut that ball along the rail and come up and just roll off those 3 balls. Not that he needs to, but he could do that. Or he could go forward with a bit of spin and come up the left-hand side as we look up past the 4 ball and get to them. And once again, well, he's come down the other way, having potted the 1, but either way he's got there. But the other question in it that we ask again is where's the break ball? Because they're all in the rack, and again, it could be the 4 ball to get to the 11 for the break shot. I think that looks odds on here. I think that's definitely the plan. So the run is now 38. Well, we knew that one of these 2 players was going to start to possibly get things together, and it might be Cobra. 40 and counting. Now, he has to get out and get a good line on this 4 ball. Well, he can go forward and come back into the table. and leave himself that high angle on the 11? Or does he want, what angle? Does he want to go to the rail and actually play it from inside? I mean, he could play it from like there, but he's leaving it the higher cut. So once again, if he can get to these corner balls, it would be better. You don't want to stick in the middle. He's hit the corner ball. Cue balls come out clean. He's definitely got a 6 ball as a pot. He can cut back the 4 if he was really desperate. Now, quick look at the stack of balls. The 7 ball, again, would be perfect to do the initial damage just to open them up. So this table's not too bad at the moment. Well, why did he want to do that, though? Why did he want to do that? I'm not sure about that plan. Well, now he's... Well, whatever he's got a dodgy cut in the 7. A dodgy cut in the 1 if he can get enough of it. And not a lot else. So we might have jinxed him thinking that he was onto a good run here, because I think he's just killed it doing that shot. I don't know what the plan was there, but nothing broke out. Well, that's a good cut, though. Cue ball stays in the table. Good recovery. Well, now's the ideal opportunity to get onto that 7 off the... what the hell ball is that? Off the 5 ball. Has he gone low enough? Well, he's gone low enough to get the 2. That'll work. But does he not like the angle in the 2? I mean, that's going to be the one main shot that opens everything up. Unless they're a combo. Let's have a quick look this side. Right, well, that 9 ball and 12 ball's a dead combo, but they're about to get bumped. And now he's created another problem, but again, it's not a difficult combo, so there's no panic. And again, he's got a ball that allows him to get to that, so he doesn't need to start trying to bump things. This is an easy enough combo to make as long as you're sitting sort of there with the cue ball, but he has went for the breakout. Again, there was no need to do that. He was fine. And one more question to ask is, where's the break ball? Well, that would be the guaranteed certainty that it's a break ball at 12. So the run goes to 49 and the lead is building up. So 12 ball for the break shot. It has to be the 12 ball. Now, what ball is he going to leave to get there? Is it that one in the middle of the table? Could be the 15, it could be the 9. Well, it won't be because he's just about to pot the 9. So it's going to be the 9, 10, and then the, what is it, the 15? And now he's slightly the wrong side in this 10 ball. So he needs to get out and get a good line on that 15. And that'll do nicely. That's perfect. That is perfect. He's just doing a quick look at where the 12 balls, the line at the 12 ball sitting to the rack, just so that he knows he's going to leave himself enough angle. Oh, the cue ball.
Where's the cue ball going?
Well, it tried to get there, but it didn't have the legs. But I think he's got a dodgy cutback in the 2 that's going to do damage. And he ain't got much else to look at. Now, does he bite the bullet and go for the 2? Or does he just try and kill the cue ball into the stack and leave nothing on? I think he's pretty much made his mind up. I think it's the cut. And he hasn't got there. So now Matt has a chance to respond. He is, 46 points behind. Cobra's visit ends in 57. And Matt now come at the table knowing that he has to respond to stop Cobra getting away in this match. And we saw that last night, the match with Spectre Dawn. When the question was asked of him, he produced a 75 to tie his high run for the tournament to win the match. Matt's not quite at that stage yet, but he's not going to be too happy if he just gets to like double figures and not a lot more in this visit to put a score on. Or this scoreboard could get very ugly looking for him. Wait a wee minute, I've had a message here from Hazard. And he says, it's like magic, it started letting me join rooms. I wonder if it was just because he had to do a restart. Well, that's good to hear anyway. Right, so Steve can come in now. He's not going to get bombarded. Well, we've a break ball in place. 10 ball is the candidate. It's sitting pretty good. That needs to come out, that cue ball. It needs to come out. Well, again, this is about controlling this, not only the line, but the pace. Well, he's got an angle. Gets the pot. Brings a ball down table. Now, does he want to take the big risk here as well and go for a bang? But again, these are all fairly loose at the back of that rack. Does he really want to do that? I don't think he needs to smash them. Well, he has tried to smash them. He's only hit 2 balls, and he's right in the middle of no man's land here. He's got the 12 into the side. Again, with that bailout ball that he's got up table, he doesn't have a lot available here. Now it's improving slightly. Now, he could go straight through at the short rail. He could play for a bump in the 8 ball, get rid of the 3. Yes, this is an issue here. He's just gone the wrong side of the 3. He could have used that 3 to do something similar, just to play a nudge, but he might tie the 6 and the 2 up doing that. So it's a bit of a tight space, but we've got one remaining problem. I think the 8 ball might be a good break ball here. I need to have a quick look at the lines and see whether it's actually in or out. Oh, it's well out. That'll do. But then you've got to get rid of that one. He's gone dead straight in this 9-ball. He's got a very slight angle he can use, but I think he's just going to clear the back ball. But that still doesn't solve this problem. We've still got the problem of the 14, sorry, the 9 and the 6. Now, is he trying for a little draw here? I think he can get a little pinch on this to get a nudge. He could ruin his break ball doing this, though, if he does that. He's missed it. Or is he going high enough in the 3 to do it? Yes, he has. He can do the little brush here. He doesn't need to batter this. Just a little brush to nudge. But he has to make sure that he's got one of these balls to play with, because he doesn't want to play his 8-ball. And that's how it's ended up. It's ended up awkward. Yes, you can still get the 9, but look where the cue ball's going to be ending up going. It's heading up table. Well, he should be good now. Get this line straight up the middle of the table, but he has to go far enough to create this angle in the 8-ball. Can't leave it short. And that's pretty good. Cue ball comes out clean. He's got shots available. But of course, the usual thing is there's a whole stack of balls that need picking through or opening up. But he's got plenty of time to get there. So Matt edges ever closer. The first target is getting rid of the deficit. That's the first major target. He has to get himself back in level par here. And then let the rest take care of itself. Well, he's going to have to go well up the table here unless he thinks he can hold it. Just dink it for the 3 into the side. I'm thinking he might have to run up to make sure he can go on the 5. Well, he is just dinking it out into the table for that 5-ball because he's got nothing else this side. He maybe want to get into these and try and just get into that gap and split those 3. No, he's not. He's trying to pick them off individually, which ideally is the way you want to do it. But that makes it even more important that you get that pattern right, because this is the troublesome set that you have to deal with. And all the time you're potting those balls, you're running out of the opportunities to deal with this situation. He would have to get high enough on that 9 to get rid of it. And now, having said that and having a look at the rack, we've only got 1 ball at the back of the rack that could be the break ball. Everything else is in the rack. So he's now on the 9. And we're definitely breaking from the back of the rack. I think this might be a low angle cut like that, either from this side or the other side. Or, I mean, the angle he's now got in the The 13 would suggest he's going to be going here to play the high angle cut. That needs to open up. Well, he hasn't gone low enough, has he? Oh, he'll certainly catch the 6 ball, I think, if he just plays the big stun. Well, he's actually hit the centre of the rack. Has he got anything? Yes, he does. Again, looking at this first glance, yes, he's got the 13 ball up table. There's honestly not an awful lot else on for him. So this is critical. He gets this cue ball either, running forward and coming back into the table for a shot in the 5 ball. He needs to keep going. Oh, he's left it way short. He's left it way short. He's got nothing. Well, tell a lie. He's got a dodgy cut in the 10 ball, which will go. Is he trying to thin cut that into the side? Yes, he is. Oh, fair play there. That was some cut shot cue ball running loose. He's landed in the 4. He's landed on the 4. And he's got an angle to get into them. Well, that's a quick recovery. And now he's good to go. And he's got a break ball. Got possibly 1 or 2 this side. They're a bit away from the rack, but they're workable. So that was a critical situation there for Matt, and he's got himself out of it. And the run keeps going, goes to 47. And crucially, he's now into the lead. For the first time in the match, really, I think, give or take the odd point here or there. Is it going to be a significant lead, though? Is it going to be something that puts a sweat on Cobra? So now that opens up the potential break ball on this side, which would be the 2. Well, that was just a little chip there to avoid running into the 8. Maybe playing the 10. Is that the 10 or the 14? That's the 10, then there's a 14, and back down for the 8, and then back up table for that 2 ball as a break shot. Now he needs to get that angle. I think he's okay. I mean, that's as good as anything to give him a chance to get the line on this 2 ball. Now, is he staying outside or is he coming inside? That's my question. That's not got the legs, has it? It's not got the legs. That needed to run to there, at least. Now he's having to try and spin it into them. And now he is definitely done. The run is going to end on 56. Or less than that if he doesn't get a ball to a rail. He's going to get a ball to a rail, okay, and run for cover. Now, if he can get this onto that, well, is he trying to use the 3 to cover the... Well, in fact, that didn't go anyway. It didn't go anyway. And I think he was scared to get down to the short rail because he would have left that ball on for a break shot there for Cobra. So Matt's visit ends in 56. The lead is only 10. What's Cobra thinking here? What about that? Well, for a second there, I think that 11 and 1 were actually lined up for a combo. I don't know that you could get the cue ball into them. Cobra wasn't paying any attention to it. He wasn't interested. He was just keeping things tight. And this is where you've got to be very careful here. Again, it's so easy to set up a shot for your opponent with this tip-tapping going on. Well, there's a combo there. 6 onto the 14 if he wants to get crazy. But I think he's far too close to the 6. Yeah, he's going to take the hit. Now, does that 1 go? Can Cobra get into the 1? He might be able to, he might be able to. I think he can get to the 1. I think Cobra thinks that as well. Well, this is going to be crazy because Cobra's he's still trailing slightly, but this is going to do a hell of an amount of damage either to his prospects or not just this rack of balls if it doesn't come out good. And there we go. The 1 ball was on. That's how easy it is to just set your opponent up with a shot. And Cobra spotted it straight away. And he can also do damage here and try and open these up. So how much is that going to cost Matt? Well, there's a bit of tidying up needing done. We've got those 2 balls together, which from here looks like the 10 and the 11 ball, where they're sitting. And it isn't the 10 and the 11, of course. It's the 14 and the 11. But look at the problem we have. We have a problem that the 14 and the 6 are potential break balls. So there's the ball that you'd want to get out of the way. But obviously, something might be bumped here. And he's certainly on the 11 to bump the 14 out of the way. He also wants to go forward to try avoiding doing anything with his 6 ball here, I think. Now it looks as if he's coming well out of it. Well, the 6 ball's gone. So there's the break ball there. Now, what about the break ball from this side? Well, again, that's way too far at the back of the rack. That won't count. So I think we've sort of, well, I've made up my mind that he's already made his mind up as to where the break ball is. And he's got a 15 ball over the side pocket that's going to make it dead easy to get a very good angle on that break ball. He just needs to do the tidying up bit at the top of the rack there. Has he blocked himself off in this 8 ball? No, he hasn't. So this all looks like it's going according to plan here at the moment. And now we're neck and neck, 94 apiece. And we have been playing for... How long have we been playing? An hour and 8 minutes. Oh, he's overhit it. He's overhit it. Well, I say overhit it. I think he might have preferred to have played the 7 ball straight into the corner and then the 15, but as long as he gets a good line on here, he can check the cue ball, come forward and into the table to leave that angle. That's what he's doing. He's checking up to bring it out, get the line. He's not quite parallel, but it's a good enough angle for the break shot. Cue ball stays on the table, got a ball at the back of the rack, and he's good to go. But again, there's not a lot of balls out in the open, so he has to get to work immediately here. And looking at the way these are set up, it ain't very good. He might want to leave that 8 ball there so he can. I mean, he's got a ball here that would allow him to get to this 8 ball and play a cut shot down the rail and try and bring the cue ball into this bunch here. That could be one option, but he's just going to blow that out of the water by potting the 8 ball right now. So now it's imperative that he has an angle somewhere to do damage, and that's sort of the middle of nowhere. And now it's a struggle. It is threatening to break down here very rapidly, unless he spotted something in the rack. Has he spotted anything? Well, that 15 ball wants to go at the jaw. He's trying to run off rails to get there. Well, he's actually got there. Believe it or not, he's landed plumb in the 10 ball. Well, what a stroke of luck that was. Because now he can get this cue ball through the stack. He hasn't actually, he just played it a stun just to split them, and that was well controlled, because look at the way they're sitting now. That's beautiful. That is beautiful. And he's also, by the look of it, got a break ball. There it is there. Ideal candidate for the break shot. I mean, that'll work as well, that 5 ball. I think the 13, well, it's tight. I mean, it would do also. So he's actually spoilt for choice here. He's got 3 choices of break balls here, so he's got to commit sooner or later. He's got bailout balls down table. The rest is up to him. He's sitting pretty right now to keep this going. I'll have a quick drink, see if we can bring on the hiccups. It usually does. I won't mute the mic, because then again I'll forget I've muted the mic. And I checked my schedule for work, because I wasn't really sure. But I've got another week. Next week is my last week before I've got the first week off for the World Championships at Sheffield. So I'm looking forward to that. Snooker morning, noon and night for a week. 10 a.m. in the morning every day. I'll tell you something, I can't see past Zhao defending his title, because that boy is so damn good. I mean, he's so solid. He's no fear. And if you leave him a pot on, you know, he's going for it 99 times out of 100. And the other annoying thing, if you're his opponent, is 99 times out of 100, he's potting the damn thing. He is scary. Well, this is perfect. Perfect angle again. Cue ball's trying to get to a pocket, but he's actually okay. He's got a bailout ball that's come out for him, because he wasn't sitting too good here. He's actually got a couple of, he's actually got 3. He's got the cut into the side. You've got the 7-up table and what looked like the 1 ball. And he can also, well, he doesn't really need to do any bumping and banging here, because again, you've got a dead set combo. You're never missing that. You know, that's the least of your worries, where the 6 ball's sitting with the 12. That's fine. Again, he's played a nudge, but I think The nudge is not, you know, he's got himself on the 12, certainly, but he's got nothing else there. And this is a problem. He might want to leave that as a combo right now and get rid of it. No, he hasn't. I'm looking at where the cue ball wants to go here. If you're doing nothing with the cue ball, it wants to run over this side, and at best you might have the 8 ball. If you start doing stuff with the cue ball, you can stud that into the side pocket firm and try and get a nudge here. Now, again, I think he might have tried to get high on the 5 there, but he's left it short. I think he was wanting to get to there with the donut and actually use that angle to get a nudge. And now he's left it short on the 4 as well. You see, this is where you start running out of options. If he'd got there, he was perfect. The fact that he's there, he's too straight. And he's still stuck with this cluster. But the one way to try and, I'm looking to see whether that ball goes into the corner. The 15 doesn't go. So it's only going to go up table, that 15 ball. And he's in again, a bit of a critical situation here to keep this rack going. He's got an angle in the 9 where he can get a bump, certainly now. And he's got a bump. He's freed up the 11, but not a lot else. So again, he's running out of options to get there. And look where he's finished. He's got another dodgy cut down the rail. In actual fact, he might play this. I don't think he'd dare want to do anything with the cue ball here. Does he want to try and get a nudge on those 2 balls right now? No. He's just taking his medicine and getting the pot. So the only other option now is to try and get behind. Of course, that 11 ball's in the way as well. The 11 ball's in the way. Now, you could play the cut in the side and bring the cue ball into here and try and get into this area. You're probably blocking yourself off here, but you'd leave a pot up table. Well, he hasn't come behind him, but he's got a nice little brush there. That was perfect. Maybe he did try to get in behind him, but either way, it's worked. He just got a little nudge at the top of that ball, and that's opened it up. And there's still, well, he's perfect now, I think, to get rid of the 14, is he not? And leave the 2 as a break ball. Well, the angle obviously was taking him into the 2. So this has gone wrong. And now the cue ball, well, if he's playing the cut back, the cue ball's running it. He can play the cut up the table in the 2 from where he's sitting. But either way, both of them are ugly. He's certainly going to have a shot in the 7, there's no doubt about that. But ball dead in the rack, 2 ball no good where it's sitting. I mean, if if that was the penultimate ball, you're rolling through for the 2, you can get a break onto the rack from that side. The problem is he's still got that ball there. And he's trying to get across to get there. Well, this is very tricky. This is a tricky little dink if you're trying to squeeze behind the 2. He's got lots of bottom in this. Well, he's going to have to dig here. He's going to have to do the big dig. He's got it to the rail. And he's missed the pack. That was always the problem. Well, he hasn't missed it. He's having another go at it. And the cue ball's gone south.
Where's the cue ball going?
Oh, dear. So, Oh shit, what happened? Matt was at the table there. What have I missed? It's that time of night there. Why didn't one of you keep me right? And now Cobra's filled and Matt's back at the table. So Cobra's definitely got a 30-point lead. I know that much. I don't know much else, though. I was so engrossed at what was left at the table. Again, not paying attention to who was at the table. Well, got to use the stack for cover. Now, does that 2 and 15, does that 15 go clean to the 5, or is it going to bump the 3? Because it looks like a partial combo from there, but I think that could be a combo. It's hard to judge it 100%, but again, Matt's not interested. He's still just ducking for cover now. Cobra might have a look at this. What do you think? Look at the line the 15's taking. Now I think Cobra's had it. He's into it. He's into it. Commentator's eye. There you go. And Matt missed a trick there. Matt missed a trick. And look at the way these have opened up. Well, could that be costly? I mean, you've got to pay attention to the rack. You've got to be creative and brave as well. I mean, it was pretty much dead set to me. And Cobra, well, the crucial thing about that is he's got a 30-point lead and get the chance to build on it big time here. So how much is that going to cost, Matt? It could be a dear one. It could be expensive. Don't forget to hit the like, guys. You know I don't ask that much. I don't ask a lot from you. Take a second just to hit the like button. Even if you don't like it, hit the like button. Well, here's the break shot. To break this little cluster. Again, doesn't need to blast it, but he wants to certainly keep the cue ball free. He's got bailout balls should he need them. That's all he needed to do, just a little nudge enough to split them up. And now he is good to go. Where's the break ball, though? Is it going to be the 8 ball? It may well be. But the table is sitting pretty good to go. We might have nudged a break ball the other side. Oh, no, tell a lie. That was the cue ball. Where's the 9 ball? It's way above the rack. Now, once again, there's a couple of options for Cobra to get to that break ball. If it's going to be the 8, you've got the 2 balls in the middle of the table. You've also got the 2 balls down in the bottom half of the table. So he's spoilt for choice here as to how he goes about this. But he should definitely have the roadmap in his head as to how he is going to do it. Watch that side pocket. Oh. Well, now, he might be just... Let me have a look at this 4 ball. Well, that's not too bad in terms of getting on the penultimate ball, but he's got to get the good line on whatever it is the penultimate ball to make it simple for the 8 ball. And that is actually not bad. He might go forward and come into the table, or he might just hold it. And he's just decided to hold it. And he's got the angle. Well, he's got to be careful running forward here, because this could run off that line of balls and head to a pocket, this cue ball. And he's stunned it and hit the top of the pack. Has he got a shot? Yes, he does. 6 ball, I think. Has he got anything else? No, he doesn't have a lot else to choose from. No, tell a lie, he's got the pink 4 cut into the side. And he'll certainly take that before he takes a 6 ball, I can guarantee you that. Oh, he's also got the 14, never noticed that one. The only problem again is this setup here. Now, is he on any of them? Well, he's on the 9. The 10 ball doesn't go, it's too tight. Now, got to be careful here that he doesn't just stick himself if he's going to play the 9 and come behind these balls. Got to be careful with this. And he's hit that spin could have just stuck him right around the corner of that 11 ball or whatever ball it is, 13 ball. But he's came out good. You know, 1/2 a roll of the ball more and he's dead and buried. He's got no shot whatsoever there. That's how clinical you've got to be. You've got to get right on the money. And 1/2 a ball roll the wrong way and it's dead and buried.
We don't make mistakes. We have happy accidents.
Welcome to Hazard. Well, that's good news. However the hell it worked out. So, Cobra's visit is 20. The lead is, what is it, 44-51. Is that right? Something like that. Something along those lines. Now, we've got an issue on the left-hand side of the table. We can clearly see that. And he's got a slight angle in this 11 to try and get a stun. Does he need to? Is that... Well, he's hit the wrong ball because he's left the 2 of these stuck where they are. He's created a combo. But the other problem is he doesn't have a shot. Can he get the thin edge in the 2? I don't think he can get there either. I think he's dead in the water here. Yeah. He's got an option maybe where he can call a bank on the 5, a cutback bank down into this corner. He can't even get a line where he can kick the ball in. Now, what the hell is he up to here? Is he trying to draw into the 5? That's what he's trying to do. He's trying to stun into the 5. Oh, it almost got there. So the run ends on 22. And Matt, again, having to chase down Cobra's tail. But he's got an immediate problem this side of the table. Now, somebody remind me who No Doubtable is, because I've totally forgotten again. Good evening. Well, we're more than halfway home, or at least Cobra is in this match. But Matt, we've seen, has certainly got the potential to run him down. Oh, now has he stuck himself? No, he's okay, but now it's critical that he gets somewhere on maybe this 6 ball to try and get a nudge. And he might not be scoring a lot in this visit here if he doesn't get a hit. Right, well, I've got no idea what the plan is here. It's obviously going to be a cut into the side, but he hasn't run the cue ball far enough. Does he think he can get enough of the 2 to cut it? Ah, it's doubtful. That 12 looks as if it might be impeding the cue ball to get enough of that too. Or is he going to call the bank? Or is he just going to play the thin edge and duck over to the other rail? Yes, that's exactly what he's doing. Well, Cobra might play the kick here. He might play the kick. I mean, he could up and down and call the 2. But he might think that's a bit too risky considering where the 6 ball's sitting. I mean, he who dares wins. I mean, if he lets Matt in, Matt's got a break ball. But somebody is going to grow up here and play this combo as a kick up and down. 6 ball is sitting ideal to get you going. But none of the 2 of them are interested. But you think with this nudging and feathering this couple of balls about here, you're going to set something up that is stone dead sooner or later. That's the risk that you're taking doing this. That you're actually just going to marry them up and it's going to be stone dead that somebody will not be able to refuse a kick at it. Well, it won't do it that way. Mark my words, we're going to have a combo set up sooner or later here. And it might be now because you can only see a partial part of that 2 ball and he's only ever going to push it into line. Well, that's why he's decided to play the 6. Well, now you can get to the long grass here, Matt. Try and get it as close to that short rail or as close to the pocket as you can. Well, now look what's happened. Look what we've got. He's actually created the combo. I told you it happened. It's stone dead. You can't miss this in a month of Sundays. You know, it's absolutely plumb, stone dead. And there you go. And he's got a break from the side. Well, I knew it would happen sooner or later. It was inevitable that when you're tip-tapping that you're going to do something like that. And, well, Cobra is only 52 away from the finish line. He's going to have to check this up and spin it into these. And he's got a dead hit. And has he got a shot? Has he got a shot? Has he got a shot? All my answers to my questions are no. He doesn't have a shot. He's got a very dodgy, thin 11 ball, and that is it. And it's gone in.
Where's
Look at
the cue ball going?
Look at it when you run it loose. What a disaster that is. Wow. Oh, you could never believe that was going to happen. But that's what happens when it runs loose and it's nudged the ball into the side pocket. And Matt is still 3 short of 100. He is still chasing Cobra down. But what a break that is for him. Cobra only getting 2. Well, it's all building up here to a dramatic finish. It's all in Matt's hands, though. And he's certainly got a lot of work to do here. Now, can he pinch enough of that to get out onto that 13 ball at the back of the rack there and break that line of balls? Well, he's perfect if he wants to do it. He's going to have to jack up a bit, though, to hold the cue ball because he's too close to the rail. But that's the opportunity just to get a nudge. Got to be careful he doesn't play this too hard, though, because, again, he could run off them and scratch if he's going to do that. Might be a bit scared of it. He's still got an opportunity. He's got a couple opportunities to get there on that ball. I mean, again, there's no immediate danger from the point of view that even if you get behind him, you can play a ball up table. Now, having said that, he's just nudged the 11 in as a blocker to do that, or the 11 could also be used as a breaker to open these up from that end. Well, he has to get out in this rack. He really does. If he's going to keep his hopes alive here, because he's not got an awful lot to play with. Cobra's still got that 44-point lead. And that cue ball has almost got away, but again, he's got a bailout. It's holding the line. Right, now he's staying behind them to get rid of one of them. Now, where's the break ball? Well, there it is there. That is ideal for the break shot. I can't believe he's going to leave the 3 ball at the back of the rack. Now, he's got the angle to come up this side of the 15. And he's high enough. And he's just got to watch, again, the pace in the cue ball. He doesn't want to leave it short, in which he's too straight. And he doesn't want to leak away too far on this 1 ball. He's overcut the 15. Would you believe it? He's just got himself into the hundreds, and his visit ends in 12. And that is going to be a sore one for Matt, because the break ball sitting there. Cobra's looking at the break ball because the 15 ball will also work. Well, Cobra will breathe a sigh of relief. He's back at the table a lot sooner than he might have thought he was going to be. But the pressure's building up now because, I mean, these cut shots and these breaks are not gimmies. Believe me, they are not. There's a lot of pressure on them at this stage in the match. And he's nailed it. The breaks come out pretty good. Got a ball over a pocket as a bailout if he needs it. Well, he can cut that. If it's the 13 ball, he can cut it down the rail. I mean, he's got that bailout ball, which you could always leave there as long as you could, or play a combo on it anyway. It's going to be easy enough to deal with it. It gives you an opportunity to maybe try and get really into these and tidy them up as quick as you can. I mean, he could use the 11. He looks as if he's just going down the rail. But where's the cue ball ending up? Oh, God. What's he done here? What has he done here? Well, he's got himself in a hole. He's got a 7 ball that's tight into the side. He's got a dodgier cut and a 4 ball into the side. He's got a dodgy combo with a 6 and a 9, and he ain't looking good. Let's just summarise it that way. He is not looking good. And this is tough. It's tight. I mean, he could be going up table as well. But either or, it's your choice. You've got one choice, and he's hit it to the knuckle. And would you believe it? The visit is 3, and Matt's back at the table. That's how simple it is to get yourself into a hole. That cue ball just running loose into the back of that stack there on the short rail, and he ends up in sort of no man's land trying to dig himself out a hole. How do I get that chat off my screen? The answer is you don't. That chat is always on the screen when it works, that is. Well, is this the time for Matt to finally make his move in this match? No, the reason it gets in the way of your view sometimes is because the way I'm moving the camera, because I'm forgetting about the chat. So I'm probably covering some of the pockets at some point. Right, let's have a look again. We've got a break ball already in place. So Matt trying to run down this deficit. He's a bit straight in that ball in the short rail. He's got a slight angle on it. But he's going to have to punch this in. No, he isn't. He's actually played the 7 long. But again, cue ball's got to get out into the table. Right. So again, this is all about judging the pace. It's not ideal. This is the penultimate ball. He's got to get there. Got to get there. Got to get there. Well, he could have done with a bit more, but this is better than nothing at all. Got the hit.
Where's the cue ball going?
Cue ball trying to scratch, but he's good. He's got a shot. Now, he may also already have a break ball. Quick glance, the 8 ball is sitting perfect, but again, it might not be there too long because, you know, that cluster of balls that's next to it is probably going to get bumped. And if he's ideal on this angle, so again, he's just got himself too close to the rail. Yeah, he's having to go to plan B here. Now, does the 6 ball go? No, it doesn't go. It's imperative now that he gets somewhere really good to play this bump. And he's going to have to get into this pretty quick if he's going to try and break them off this. No. So the longer this goes on, the less opportunities he's going to have. Well, if he spotted the 13 is tightish, but if you get it from this side, certainly you can still pot it and get the nudge. Now he's going for the draw off the 8, so that's going to deal with that. However, now we've now got this combo that's set. So he's now got work to do because we're still thinking about where the break ball's now going to be. It's not going to be any of them two. So now this is vital again for Matt's prospects that he can try and keep this run going, but it's not sitting ideal. The 14's his best bet. 20 points behind. Well, again, he'll be glad that he's actually kept that ball in play there, because if that ball had gone into the hole, he was dead and buried. He might be slightly the wrong side of this ball. Let's have a quick look. Yes, he is. And then the other problem is he's not went through far enough on this ball. He would have liked to have been there. See, that's why he's having to run up table there. But he's actually played that pretty well. Well, crucial break shot here for Matt. He's still trailing by whatever it is, 16 points or something like that. And he's missed the break shot. He's hung the 10. Has he got away with it, though? Has he got away with it? Oh, wait a minute. I think he might have. He might have got away with this. Cobra's going to be cursing. He is going to be cursing big time. Or can he get it into the side? Yes, he can. He could just get enough of the 9. Well, big sigh of relief there for Cobra. But Matt didn't get himself back on par. And he can certainly get a hit here. Free a few balls up. Well, he's sort of done that. And Matt might be thinking that there's a possibility this could be the beginning of the end here. I mean, it's still a reasonable chance that Matt could get back at the table, but two players at this level, there's a strong possibility also that this could be the end of it. You still haven't told me who you are, no doubtable. But the fact that you're typing / suggests that it's bloody Blind Hog. Because he still thinks he's in VP4 chat. Am I right? Am I right or am I right?
What we've got here is failure to communicate. Some men you just can't reach.
When things look bad, and it looks like you're not gonna make it, then you gotta get mean. I mean plumb mad dog mean. Because if you lose your head and you give up, then you neither live nor win. That's just the way it is.
Well, Cobra edging forward. And what's left of this match, he's now 39 away from the finish line. We've got a break ball in place that he's looking at right now. That what looks like the 1 ball. It's sitting in the best position of the balls. Well, The 4 ball's too tight to the rack, but the 1 ball is now gone. So once again, I'm scratching my head thinking, well, is it going to be the 6 ball from inside into the rack? Is it going to be anything from the back of the rack? Well, no, it isn't. I don't think either. I mean, it could be the... let me look at this 12 ball from that side. I mean, the 12 ball from that side would work. If you play the 6 to get there, you can certainly get into the rack, but not from where he's sitting now. So even now, this isn't panning out the way that Cobra probably planned it. And again, drawing for position is not the best way to go about it, because you've got to control that cue ball, and he's actually, although he's ran further away from the 6, he's pretty damn good in where he's sitting here. He's got the hit. Cue ball's come back into the rack. I think he's good. He's, or is he? Yes, he is. He's got the 11 ball to get him started. And there's, you know, things like this, you don't really need to worry about. If you know, he's starting to bang balls here. And look at what he's done. He's got himself right into a hole. I think that was a big, big risk, what the hell he was doing there. I was about to say, if you get up the table, you can play this as a combo. That's not a problem. But what the hell's he done here? He's absolutely fried himself. And we were all thinking he's heading to the finish line. And now he's just going to try and stick on the 10 and leave nothing. And, well, there is a very, very dodgy cut into the side on that 2 ball. And that is it. Well, I don't know where you go with the cue ball here. I mean, you can't play over this side. That would be some shot, a cut into that side pocket, wouldn't it? I mean, this is basically an all or nothing shot here for Matt if he takes this on. And that's going to the far jaw. I mean, that was so tough. So tough. And, well, you know, Cobra got himself in a hole, but most importantly, he kept enough common sense to play a decent enough safety. And Matt was backed into a corner, and the only way out was to try and fight his way out, and played a very, very dodgy cut in that 2 into the side. And this definitely could be it, unless Cobra does something silly again. Would you believe it? He stuck himself in the 4, and he's lucky. He is lucky he's got a bailout. I don't think he can get to the 5, but he's got a bailout on the 7. And how lucky is that? I mean, he's married himself up with the 4 ball there and had nothing else on if that 7 ball wasn't sitting where it was. So he's going to get himself out of jail here. Well, we think it's going to be over, but I think the way things have gone the last couple of visits here, it's hard to make a comprehensive decision in that. But Cobra 30 points away, so he's going to need another couple of racks, at least, I would think, there or thereabouts, or the best part of a couple of racks. And I'll be able to watch a bit of the golf before I go to bed. But Matt's probably thinking it's over as well. I think he's probably not expecting to come back to the table with a lot to play with if he does. I mean, the 3 ball into the side, there's nothing else down that end of the table. You've got the 5 ball in play. Where's the cue ball running? Well, he's going to have the 1 ball into the side or the 4 ball into the corner. But again, that cue ball just running loose there. I mean, Cobra, where that cue ball was running there, it wasn't exactly guaranteed he was going to be anywhere half decent in a shot. He could have been right. I mean, he's over the top of this 15. And, you know, either way, whether he took that one into the side or the one he just played into the corner, he was always going to be hampered. So now he's going to try and clear things out a wee bit. Now, where's the break ball? Well, he might have just actually made the break ball there. The 12 ball is sitting ideal. It's near the corner of the rack, but it's better than anything that's there right now, I think. Well, now he's going to have to deal with that combo in the side rail. He's actually overdone it slightly. Would have liked to have been a bit straighter. Well, he's going to have to bite the bullet and play it. I don't think he's going to have much to play with here unless he doesn't take it now. Look at the distance between the two of them. And he's got it. Cue ball's come out. And look what's happened. He's blocked himself off. He's going to have to go to plan B here. But it's good enough because, I mean, either of those 2 balls are perfect. And he's landed on his feet here, although he's a bit straight in this ball. He's a bit straight on it. He would have liked to just rolled through to run the 1 ball into the side. And he is, but he didn't have a lot to play with there. In actual fact, he's left himself a little cut angle in the 1. So he can roll through, go to the rail, come out. It's all about pace control. And he's almost got to the parallel line. Well, this is the make or break shot, isn't it? Well, he's 21. Well, he still needs another rack, though. He's still 21 away. And it goes, cue ball comes free. Well, he's not got an inviting shot to start off with here. I mean, these at this distance, so easy to overcut it into the knuckle and they stay out the pocket. I mean, this is not an easy starter. Far from it. Is he playing the cut back into the other corner? No, he is going for the 9. Well, he'll be feeling the pinch in this shot. He knows it's not a guaranteed certainty. But he's nailed it. Right in the heart of the pocket. There's a lot of traffic around here. Again, he's got to be careful. He does not have a lot of balls to play with here to get in line. And he's going to have to play the combo immediately here. He's going to have to play the combo, the 7 and the 1 ball. Yeah, he's going to have to play that. Now, this 7 ball, depending on the pace he hits this, but he wants to bring the 7 ball into play if he can. Oh, now there's a problem. He's got the cut in the 7. And, well, he can't really do an awful lot. He's going to end up behind these 2 balls here, and he's got to be careful. He's checking up a bit. Well, he's missed them. Cue ball scratched.
Where's the cue ball going?
Unbelievable. Again, running the cue ball loose. And he scratches. And Matt is on last chance saloon here. He is 47 behind, I think, if my arithmetic serves me rightly. And Cobra is annoyed at that. And is Matt going to do a Spectre Dawn from last night and pinch this match with his last visit? Well, this is where the question has been asked of you, Matt. Are you up to it? Are you going to be good enough? Because you ain't going to get much more of an opportunity now than what you've got here. Now, there's the issue. Those 2, nowhere near a combo. Well, we'll let him get on with it and wish him good luck. And again, I think he's gone too far on that 3 ball to try and get the breakout. Well, he isn't now. I think he might be okay. Let's have a quick look. No, he isn't. He's blocked off in the 14. And now he's got himself immediately in a hole. He's got a dodgy cut in the 7. Or he's got this one up the rail. And again, as always, and he's overcut this, and he's scratched as well.
Where's the cue ball going?
Unbelievable. Well, if ever you want an object lesson in why you shouldn't run the cue ball loose in straight pool, it's what you've seen in the last 2 visits. I mean, perfect example of running loose cue balls. You're going to find a pocket. And with ball in hand, Cobra deals with the problem immediately. He's got a shot. He's got a bailout ball over a pocket. And I think it's Arnie time, folks.
Hasta la vista, baby.
Yeah, I think it's all over now. He's going to need the next rack. But I think Matt has had his chance, and it came all too quick and died all too quick. And that's where the frustrations of straight pool can get you. You know, he had that sort of last chance saloon visit, and cue ball starts running loose and bang, finds a hole. You would not believe it. So it's looking odds-on certainty right now that Cobra is heading through to that hot seat match, or he's going to be first in there. And we'll have a quick look to remind any of the latecomers on that schedule, which has been updated earlier this evening. We've now got the second round 4 match to be played with Albinario and Acero. And that goes ahead on Monday night at 7 p.m, I believe it is. And we also have the one lost side match between Larry and Spectre Dawn on Monday night as well. And that's going to be 8:30 British Summer Time. So that is like, 3:30 Eastern or 12:30 Pacific Time. Now, is he too far to the head of the pack here? No, I think he's going to get away with it. He's going to hit the 8 ball, no problem. And he's missed the pot. Well, here we go again, folks. Here we go again. Cobra's done with a visit of 6. Matt comes to the table, and he knows fine well this is it. This has got to be it. He would never have thought he was coming back to the table. He's 50 behind. Well, at least I think he is. Or 49 behind or something like that. And he's just got to do it now. Now or never. Well, what a finish this will be. This would be a right pickpocket job by Matt if he can do this. He's well capable of doing it. That's the annoying thing for Cobra. He knows fine well that Matt could pull this out the fire. And if ever you want to see a player that is going to be fully focused, it's right now, because you know the job you have to do. He's almost actually come back too far there. But he's trying to get into that rhythm where you don't overthink things too much. That's what got him his high run. I mean, he was playing at a good pace when he got his high run. He's a bit too straight in this one ball, by the way. He's just going to have to take his medicine and play the long one up the table, I think. Well, he ain't going to get a high run tonight, but this could be the biggest run of the tournament as far as Matt goes in terms of his matches, because this is all about staying on the winner's side, and you've got one chance, one last chance. We thought he's had his last chance 3 visits ago, but he's got one more again. But I do not think, honestly, he's going to get another one. No way is he going to get another one. Well, a quick glance to decide what might be the break ball. Well, I think that's an easy decision, because there it's there, right plumb in the middle, that 13 ball. Well, I think he might have been trying to come down far enough. He was maybe trying to, I don't know, but it actually ended up landing the good. I'm not sure whether he exactly played that, but where he is now is perfect. Here we go again. And he's missed the break shot. Oh, has he got away with it, though? Has he got away with it? I'll tell you. Oh, now he would have to twist that cue ball to try and cut the 3. There's not a combo on there. There's nothing set there, but he might have to try and twist the 3 ball. He's going to have to try and twist past that 15. Unless he's going to try and tuck himself in the back of these 2 balls here and leave nothing on. Maybe a combo. Well, he's got a ball to a rail, but he's left the 8 ball on. And I don't know whether Cobra didn't see the obvious there, but Matt's back in again. Well, how lucky was Matt to leave nothing on with that missed shot? Cobra stuck in 188. This is not anything dead set. That's going to the knuckle, that 5 ball. Well, who's going to call the result in this match here? Because I have no idea what's happening now. How many times has Matt been at Last Chance Saloon? Is this the 3rd or 4th time? I mean, we've already had Arnie once. Well, it's not always about high runs, isn't it? I mean, who would have thought this match was going to end up in this sort of mess at the end of it? And he might be trying to spin forward here. I'm not sure whether the angle's ideal, but he might be trying to get a breakout here. Let's have a look. No. The longer he waits, the less opportunity he's going to have to get there, unless he thinks that 5's going to go in. But I'm not thinking that 5's going in. That is going straight to the point. Well, he could play the 15 right now, go through the gap, and he's got a huge target to hit. He's got to go for it. And he's got the bump. The question is, has he got a shot? He can just get to the 5. He can get to the 7. And he's nudged a ball into the break shot position as well. What a bonus that is. He's got a break shot. He's also got one at the back of the rack as well, or a couple there. 6 is a bit too tight. But anyway, let's see how it pans out. Well, this is the biggest, obviously the biggest visit of the match, assuming it's going to be his last. But these next 2 or 3 shots here to get on this break ball are going to make or break his progress. He's still going to need another, what, 2, 3 racks at least? 3 racks at least. He's what, 37? He is. And he's got himself stuck in the rail. Well, now this is testy. This is testy. He's overdone it. He's overdone it. Oh, and not only that. Well, the 6 ball's gone tight to the rail. Now, either or, I mean, he's going to have to go 3 rails to get out onto this 10 ball for the break shot. But that 6 ball, it's not frozen. I don't think Cobra likes either of them, and I'll be honest with you, neither do I if I was at the table. Now, he's really trying to, if he plays this cut here, he's got to miss that ball to leave it there for the break shot. I think, you know, commentator's eye says that the cut in that shot there, the cue ball wants to nudge the 6. And he's going to be blocked off, is he? Oh, no. Well, he can use the stack here to hide the cue ball. I don't think he would dare try anything else other than that. I mean, he can play the 10 and just run into the back here for cover. Or is he trying to play the 10? But I think he's playing the 10 behind the stack and running into the long grass. And then again, looking at what he's doing, he's playing the pot. Now I don't know what he's doing. No, he is trying to hide behind the stack. He's got there. And now Matt is in a hole. He is in a, well, if he wasn't already in a hole, it's just got another couple of feet deeper. Once he gets to 6 feet down, he's dead and buried. And he needs to get top side of that. Now, what have we got here in this stack? What have we got? Well, that 9 ball is just a big enough gap from the 6, from the 4. It looks as if it wants to go at the knuckle. Well, what a time to have a safety battle. Cobra on the brink of victory. Is Matt going to get yet another chance here? Well, I think if Matt's going to get another chance, he's going to have to be brave. He might have to manufacture something out of this stack. So he needs to keep his eyes, and that's terrible. That is a terrible shot. If only for the fact that it's going a bit straight, there's probably not an awful lot Cobra can do with it. But he hasn't got the running in that 10 ball. I think he was trying to hide it behind the rack again. Well, he was always going to die a death getting into the back of the rack doing that, wasn't he? Now, once again, we're in this situation where we're tip-tapping and brushing balls. And Matt needs to be on his toes here, because don't forget, earlier in the match, there was a possible combo on, and Matt refused it, and he left it there, and Cobra took it. And Matt doesn't want to get into that trap again. He needs to keep a tight eye on this rack. And if he spots anything that's a good possibility, he's going to have to be brave. because I think that's the only way he's going to get out of this hole. I think that is something he has to be very alert to. Anything that's going to be a possibility in this rack of balls here. Well, that's a mistake. That's a mistake from Cobra. And here you go. And Matt is in. The mistake has been made. Well, I think the nerves are jangling there in that shot Cobra's just played, because that's all went wrong. Now, this is just a plain ball shot. You're going to run away up the table, but you're going to have the 4 ball or the 8 to get you out of it. Now, if he can play this 8 ball, oh, he would have to really sit ideal in that 12. That's far too tight. But he needs some way of trying to do damage here. I don't see anything in the rack. Well, he's having a look. Let's have a look and see whether he's got anything he can work with. See that? The cue ball's just gone too far. And he's only got 2 more opportunities here to do some damage. And this is it. Oh, and the cue ball has sort of died a death. He might be in trouble here. He's going to have a dodgy shot on that 1 ball. Oh, wait a minute. I think look at the 14 and the 4. They are fairly close, but it looks as if it's going to the knuckle. Has he looked at it? Has he actually looked at it? Well, he's looking at every other opportunity here, which isn't a lot, but I don't know whether he's looked at the 14 and the 4 now. There might be a little gap. Well, he's seen it, but there is a gap to try and make this. Yeah, that was so tough. And that's a missed call.
Hasta la vista, baby.
And that's it all over this time, folks. So, 6:30 we started. We are 2 hours and 17 minutes into this match. And Cobra is 10 away. And there's more than enough balls there. Well, he might have to do a little bit of nudging to get the necessary ones that he needs to finish it off. But Matt left himself so tough on that last shot there. Yes, there was a possibility of the combo. And he had to try and manufacture it because it wasn't dead set. And that is it. Oh, what's Cobra doing? Has he got himself hampered as well now? Yeah, he is a wee bit. And it's right in the heart of the pocket. So they're all there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And he needs 6 to get over the finish line. Well, I think Cobra will just breathe a sigh of relief that he's got over the line at the end of the day, because I'm pretty certain with these, opportunities that Matt had, he had about, 5 opportunities to steal this from Cobra, and it never, ever happened. And Cobra will be relieved that he's fallen over the line. And at the end of the day, you're just glad you won. It doesn't matter how good or bad you maybe think you played. A roll of the ball the wrong way, that's where the high runs don't come. They will come as and when they do, but it's all about just scoring more points than your opponent in this game to go over the line, and he just has to accept it as that. So there we go. He's got the ball at the back of the stack, and this for a 200 points to 169 victory for Cobra, and he will be glad that is out of the way, because that was a tough watch. And Matt says that was horrendous. Well, it was if you're looking at it from his point of view, but he was unlucky there. And it was a struggle. And that's how, I mean, look at the scratches the both of them made. You know, just when it looked as if they were getting off and running again, bang, those like 3-4 scratches that happened. And anything could have been the outcome in that match. But it's Cobra, the defending champion. He's booked his spot in the hotspot seat, or in the hotspot match, sorry. And he now waits to find out the result. Oh, let me do a quick refresh on that because we're now down to the 2 matches. We have Albinario up against Acero for the next place in the hotspot match, or the hot seat match. And that will take place on Monday evening at 7 p.m. British Summer Time. So that is 2 p.m. Eastern, 11 a.m. Pacific, isn't it? And then we have 90 minutes after that match starts, we have... Now, bear in mind, this match tonight has gone 2.25 hours. We've then also got Larry and Spectre Dawn at 8:30 British Summer Time to follow that match with Albinario and Acero. So that is it, folks. I hope you enjoyed it. It was a tough watch to see the suffering of both of the players, but well done to Cobra. He's over the line and he lives to fight another day, as does Matt. Matt's going to be a danger to all on the one-loss side, and there's others that are going to come over to join him. So he will still be in with a strong chance. But the problem for Matt is that he's been done by the defending champion, and we also, of course, know that we've got Acero in that second match with Albinario. Acero, who won the straight pool a couple of years ago, he won the championship then. And you've got Albinario, who's the multiple world champion. So, I mean, it ain't going to be easy if you're ever going to win a title. You've got to beat those guys. So Matt's still got a second life. So good luck to him. And with that, folks, I'll bid you good night. I'm off to watch a bit of the golf. And take care. And we will see you again very soon.
Good night, ladies.
No bar, no pinball machines, no bowling alleys, just pool. Nothing else.